up. So we are back with another week. Last week's pretty slow, not really much going on. The market's been in a consolidated period, which I'm going to go over that a little bit more in detail this week, let y'all know where the market is at, what I'm seeing the market to do over the next, I would say maybe 1 or 2 weeks. So this week, personally, I think we're either going to finish up a little bit more of consolidation, unfortunately, or we might get our move. So I'm going to show y'all why I see that. Outside of that, make sure y'all drop a comment to enter the free mentoring package giveaway, which we do every 4 weeks. So the next one's going to be in another 3 weeks. So not long for the next one. Also, the link to our free Telegram chat room is down below as well. And as well as the link to the monthly Signal Safe House if y'all are interested in that. Okay. So with that being said, let's go ahead and dive on in to see what I will be looking at for this week. Okay. So last few weeks, as y'all know, we've been pretty solid. Accuracy, if y'all following the channel, y'all already know we're very consistent. We haven't had a losing week in a while. The last 2 weeks have been slow weeks, but no losing weeks. So the week before last week, we made off with just a little bit of profit. We closed out all trades and just made off with just a little bit of profit and just skipped that week. So again, within that DXY consolidation, this week, pretty much majority of the trades, if I'm not mistaken, are in profit as of right now, but we are risk-free on all of the trades. So stop loss is at entry. So at any point, if they do come back, then they would close us out, and that would just make last week pretty much a nothing week, right? I did make some suggestions to take some partials. So if y'all did make some partials on that, then y'all at least walk away with a little something, right? So we're not losing. We're making a little profit on these weeks where the market is not really doing much movement, right? Until it does finally make that movement that we are looking for. So that's the last 2 weeks in a nutshell on those slow weeks. But before then, we're just slotting the markets week after week. So we are still on our streak, which I think now we're about 11 weeks or so, maybe more since we've taken a loss, a losing week. Well, my bad, a losing week. So we're on a roll here. Only 2 weeks lost out of the entire year. So insane. DXY, let's go. So DXY this week, last week, we were looking at price action to make a correction down into our area of interest and then head towards the upside. So we did make the correction, okay? And we did get that movement towards the upside. So this little slight push here. Now, it's not the full movement that we're expecting, but a slight push out of the area of interest. Now, with this slight push is where we've been able to make a little bit of profit for last week. Now, we are risk-free. That way, if price action does want to come back down for one more retracement for a deeper drop, then basically we'll be good clear for that to be able to re-enter for a better position. So what I'm seeing this week, what I'm expecting the dollar to do is we're either going to retrace to this daily imbalance, or we are going to hold where we have been. I hope y'all are having a good week so far, man. I hope y'all had a solid week last week. Okay. So this week, we're either going to make a small correction, hold the current level that we've already been respecting, and shoot up. Okay. That's option one. Option two is that we drop down into this area and then go up. Either way, it will go up. Okay. So the way I have to move about it this week, knowing that we still have a potential 2 options because of how price action is set up right now. Do I want to enter right here and take an unnecessary loss, knowing that it could drop down here and go up? So me personally, I like losing. So I don't want to take the loss. So I'm probably going to just chill. Again, we're risk-free on majority of these trades. If they do come back to entry, then great. We'll be able to capitalize on our secondary reversal area where we definitely expect the dollar to go towards the upside. And at this point, we're going to get way better risk-to-reward ratios on all trades across the board. So I'm going to most likely wait for one more sweep and a drop down into this imbalance. And then I'll be looking for an upside move on the DXY. Okay. And so that's when I'll be looking at EU to make those reversals, as well as USD CHF. Now this week, I'm not going to be focused too much on USD CHF, as I want to minimize this week because I know that it could be a tricky week. So I'm only going to focus on 2 pairs specifically, being EURUSD and AUDUSD. Okay. I do have an extra, which is going to be EuroCAD. So I'll be watching that on the side, which I'll show y'all that. But I'm not sure if I'm going to take that one specifically. So I'll keep y'all updated in the chat room. So make sure y'all are in the free Telegram chat room. The link is down below in the description. So EU, last week what we were looking at. So the week before we caught this and we were able to make a little bread in here. So that was like that slow week or whatever. Okay. So this week we were looking at price action to go back up and tap right in here and then drop. Okay. So I let y'all know that on the previous weekly video. Y'all can go back and watch those. Everything I'm telling y'all, you can go back and watch it. So we came a little bit short. Okay. But I did let y'all know in the Telegram chat room that y'all can go ahead and activate all trades. So if y'all did, then y'all would have made that little bit of profit last week. So that's where we're at last week, right? So you're still in profit, even as of right now. From last week, you're what, maybe 30 pips plus or so on EU. So again, you have the option when the market does open tomorrow to make a decision whether you want to continue to hold that or you want to go ahead and take that profit and look to enter on the more premium secondary trade. So what I'm looking at is if we are to get one more push towards this upside, we're going to sweep this range and we're going to be looking to tap somewhere in this range and then get our fall. And again, invalidation is still going to rest above this level. So this week, we're either going to hold this level and this is going to be the high that's put, right? And we're going to make a small correction and then drop, or we're going to go into this range and then drop. So again, we're already risk free. So if it does come back at entry, be patient and grab the secondary entry in this range. For those of y'all that are in the signals group, I'll be letting y'all know the exact entry, stop loss, and TP. AUDUSD. So last week we entered this one around 0.69900. So literally around here. So we, again, risk free on this one as well. Now it is very close to entry. It is literally only a few pips in profit. It pushed down about 22 pips. It is currently about 11 pips, right? So if it closes at entry, fine. What I'm expecting on this is for it to potentially go a little bit higher into this range and then our decline from out of here, okay? So invalidation is still going to rest above this level, okay? So as long as it doesn't invalidate that range, we are still looking at a bearish. Now, if it does not want to do that, even though I think regardless, I think it's going to close entry regardless, just because even if it opens up, does a small correction, that'll still be enough to tap us out and then drop down. So if it does that, then I'm going to wait for the structure to fully shift, and then I'll be catching the counter trade after it shifts and then catching the continuation. So I'll keep y'all updated on that in the chat room as well. The Euro CAD. So this is the last one that I'm going to be kind of watching. I'm going to give y'all also a little insight on USD CHF, but Euro CAD this week, I do like this for a bearish move down. I'm going to be waiting for price action to pop in here. The only way I'm going to consider taking this one is if I don't get a trade on EU or AU. So do not take this unless I let y'all know that I'm going to be following it, right? Because as of right now, I just got it as a vision on the side, but I'm not going to be more so focused on. I'm going to be focused on these two. But if these two do not, or any one of these do not produce, then I will activate this and start looking at it, right? And so at that point, once I look at it, if everything still adds up, then I'll be interested in taking the actual trade. So wait for me to give y'all the update, but just overall the vision, I am looking at a potential movement in here and then a continuation towards the downside. We do have a 5-wave structure towards the movement up, and then we have multiple structure breaks on the movement towards the downside. So we are shifting and the shift is confirmed. So we're just looking to grab a continuation. Last thing is going to be USD CHF. So last week, I was looking at a movement out of this range. The box was a little bit higher, I think, somewhere in here, but we were looking at a movement up. Y'all can go watch the previous YouTube. I always update these, but we were looking at a movement towards the upside. This was pretty much the beginning of the movement. As of right now, still a little bit in profit. Again, y'all have the decision to make if y'all want to continuously hold that or take profit and wait for a more premium entry. One thing I do not like about this one, and the reason that I did take it off this week, is because of what I'm seeing on the higher time frame structure. So right now we have this double top formed on the daily, right? So here, so we have this huge double top, okay? So within the double top on this right leg, so when I say right leg, I'm talking about this area here. So within the right side of the double top, we also have this head and shoulders pattern. So we have a lot of bearish confluence in here on top of overall structurally a rising wedge forming as well, which is this, as you see here. So I already have it drawn on here, but So we literally have a lot of confluence for a potential fall. Now, what I was looking at on this for the upside move was I wanted to see price action push one more time towards this high. And then we were going to be looking at a potential decline on this out of that range. But we could drop a little bit sooner than that, right? And then go up like that. So if the DXY is to retrace a little bit deeper this week, right? So here the DXY, if it is to retrace a little bit deeper into this range, then you would expect USD CHF to drop a little bit deeper, most likely to sweep this low or maybe even into this imbalance around here and then head towards the upside. So I'll keep y'all updated on that if I do decide to play with this one. I would prefer to stick to all dollar pairs. So if I can kick EURUSD out and put USD CHF back in, I would do that in a heartbeat. But right now, this week, I think I just want to focus on EU and AU. So I'll keep y'all updated on those. Outside of that, man, I hope y'all learned something. Hope y'all been making money. Make sure y'all are subscribed to the channel so that y'all don't miss out on any future updates. Links to everything that y'all need from me is down below in the description. Our website, if y'all are interested in learning how I trade and how I've been killing the markets all year long, y'all have our mentoring package. I've just opened up the signals group for y'all. Literally, it's been 3 years and I've had so many messages from y'all asking me for this. So it is now available for y'all and y'all can get that too from our website as well. So all of that is there. The official launch is on the 20th. So literally in 48 hours, that is the official launch for the signals. It is actually open now, so you can join now. But we did the pre-sales last week, so the price was a little bit cheaper last week. Again, if you were in the Telegram, you would have known that. But the original price is now set. In 3 months, it will be going to the standard pricing, which will be around $149, but right now it is $99.99. So honestly, that's still cheap as hell. It's like less than y'all's phone bill for most of y'all. And again, as y'all seen, I've been insanely accurate all year long. So I'm going to be now giving y'all exact entry, stop loss, and TP of every trade that I place on my account and how I have been making all of my money. So hope y'all enjoy that. Y'all have a great rest of y'all's day. Enjoy y'all's weekend. Be safe. I will keep y'all updated and see y'all on the next YouTube and in the free Telegram chat room link down below.